There will never be an open communication na kahit na nasasaktan ka, hindi mo sinasabi kasi takot kang ma-judge. Most of the time, we tend not to say or speak things that we feel. We are scared of being judged with our partners, and we are scared that they don't trust us enough to understand us. That whenever we feel something na we want to tell them, they will immediately scold us. Hindi kasi pwedeng palaging okay ang nasa relationship eh. It's supposed to be an understanding of both partners whenever there are some issues. Most of the time, if maliit lang yung sa partner mo at malaking bagay sa'yo, you tend to open it up to your partner instead of being understood. Sometimes we are being judged. Sometimes also we are being ridiculed on the things that we are feeling. Your feelings are invalidated, and with that, wala kang karapatan na maramdaman ng mga bagay na nararamdaman mo. And that incites fear. And when there is fear, you tend to keep your feelings with your partner. You tend to keep it to yourself. And when that happens, you will never be in an open communication na kahit na alam mong nasasaktan ka, hindi mo pa rin sinasabi kasi takot kang ma-judge. You don't trust your partner well enough to understand you, so that is what happens when you are in unhealthy relationship. When the relationship has so much fear, may mga pagkakataon kasi sa buhay, lalo na sa relasyon na kailangan mong pagkatiwalaan ang partner mo sa bagay na kung saan ka mahina. Hindi kasi lahat pinanganak na malakas eh, kaya nga may partner, di ba? They should help you become a better individual, and you have to really evaluate that, not just to have not just or you just have to be aware first na ganun ang mga bagay-bagay na nangyayari in order for you to fix things and move forward. You will know when you are in the right relationship when you seemingly open up with your partner without being scared of being judged. This will somehow help us to have a trusting relationship. Trust your partner. You have to trust them with your words as well. Trust them with the things that make you feel uneasy, as an example. And with that being said, when there is a specific situation that triggers you, your partner at least will know how to compensate and how to react with the situation because of the simple saying of trust. You trust each other to build each other up. Hence, the sole purpose of that is to make each individual evolve and somehow compensate on little things. Whenever you're in a relationship, there will always be a first fight, and that will never be the last thing, and it will never be the last. Usually, the first time is the hardest fight. And when there is trust, and not just on bigger things, but trust on the minor things, minor details about your worries, your woes, the things that you have insecurities on, and trust your partners to understand. He will understand you and help you solve and overcome it. It's never you versus your partner and your problem. It's supposed to be both of you fixing it together. Unhealthy relationship is very obsessive. This is what you call selfish love. Obsessive, possessive, dominating in a sense where your partner treats you sometimes like an object, and with that, you don't have the right to go to a place where you want without without their approval. It's because I love you, that's why I wanted to protect you so that you don't go out with your friends that I don't know. That is the one of the things that destroys a relationship, because it hinders you from being who you truly are. Sometimes they have their own idea of what the perfect boyfriend or girlfriend is. The perfect woman for me is like this at hindi ka ganun, and I will enforce that to you. The freedom of becoming the person who you are supposed to be is lost, and hence, that is the reason why the relationship becomes very toxic. The perfect way for you how to deal with this is you have to really know your boundaries. Kasi maintaining who you are and being who you are is also a great way for you to somehow maintain that relationship. Kasi kung hindi ikaw yung tao na yun, yung nasa relasyon na yun, somehow, that relationship will never last kasi mapapagod ka. What's the opposite of being obsessive, Kuya Ruvi? Now, healthy relationship is when your partner is supportive instead of restrictions. The partner promotes your strength, loves who you are, and support the things who you want to be with. Even if most people don't believe in you, as long as the partner, boyfriend or girlfriend, or significant others, or your wife or your husband believes in you, sometimes that's what the difference, and that is the only reason as to why kaya mong gawin ang mga bagay na yun. Dahil sa suporta ng tao, na kahit ikaw mismo hindi naniniwala sa sarili mo, na may isa at isa pa ring tao na nandyan at naniniwala na kaya mo. Mahirap makahanap ng ganong klaseng tao, kasi a partner that would support you is someone also fulfilled. They know how it feels like not to be supported on the things that they want to do. Ang hindi mo lang siguro dapat suportahan kung sakaling trip niya or hobby niyang mambabae talaga, tapos sinusuportahan mo pa rin, wag ganun. Hindi healthy, it's unhealthy yun. What kind of support ba ang need ng isang male partner? I don't think this is a gender bias. A support given is supposed to be something that is freely given kasi. Hindi for the sake of taking down. Sige, okay lang, support kita, pero in the back of my head, support nga, pero hindi naman siya talagang tumutulong sa mga bagay na gusto ko. So, it's not just supposed to be taking the box and telling them na you support them. You have to be wholeheartedly support them, and it doesn't really have to be different way of delivering support. If you are a man or a woman, it all both goes the same way. Yes, I agree, mahirap na makahanap ng supportive na tao sa panahon ngayon. Hindi mo na malaman kung totoo siya. But because of this topic, I learned so much. Well, yes, at the end of the day, that is the reason why love is very special, because you will not know if the person that you have in front of you, the person that you would love, the person that you would risk spending time with, you're not going to know right then and there if that person is for you. The bright side of it is it makes the love we find once, we find it very, very special. Unhealthy relationship keeps you isolated and lonely. Macro lonely and not micro lonely. Kasi may nagsasabi malungkot ako ngayon, so ibig sabihin nasa maling relationship ako, nasa unhealthy relationship ako, yun lang yung first time niyang maging malungkot sa 2 taon nilang magjowa. So wag naman ganun. Napaka-entitled naman kapag ganung feelings meron ka. So In every relationship, there would be struggles, there will be fights, and there will be instances where you will be micro unhappy. But ito ang hindi nalalaman ng karamihan ng tao is isolating. Isolating means that your partner or yourself is putting yourself in a box and you're making your partner your world. It's a wrong way for you to do that kapag ikaw yung taong inaalam mo na maging mundo yung partner mo. It might be sweet at first pero in the long run, this is detrimental for your own growth in that. In order for your relationship to work, both of you should grow. Not to outgrow each other, but to grow together. Not just financially, not just in career, but in your personality as well. Kung it's both of you always, that is an isolating relationship and that is something that hinders growth. And if there's no growth, you'll feel frustrated. What is the opposite of isolating and lonely? It's empowering. Ibig sabihin nun, you empower each other to do the things you're supposed to do. It's okay. You go there, you have your own friends, you have your own circle, and I will have mine. Empowering someone requires trust because you can never give power, you can never give strength if you don't have it yourself first. You could be a vital reason as to why that individual will be complete, and they could be a vital reason why or as to why you become complete as well if you're still in the process of completing yourself. And my friends, if you empower each other, that would eventually allow you to grow forward, move together, become happier, and somehow insecurities will leave and both of you are going to be kicking buildings, each other empire, and combining them in the end. And sit on top of it, together holding hands and kicking ass. You don't hinder each other's growth. You have to be proud of your partner's success, even if there will be time your partner is more successful than you. Kung mahal mo isang tao, dapat mahalin mo kung ano siya, kung paano mo siya nakilala. You should only be a vehicle for them to improve, but not according to how you want them, because you love them for who they are. And if ever your partner is trying to change you, they're trying to change your individuality instead of loving them, because somehow they're supposed to love you in the very beginning. And how can you expect yourself to be in a trusting relationship and healthy relationship kung sakaling yung tao na yun hindi ka mahal kung ano ka man nung umpisa? Hindi kasi pwedeng puro yung kagandahan mo lang or yung mga positive mo lang ang pwedeng tanggapin ng partner mo sa'yo. You know, when you're in a right and healthy relationship, if your partner also accepts your flaws, not just accept them but help you understand, and somehow you need to improve upon it, but not judging you if you're not capable of doing it right away. Because loving you is not just loving your good or great character, but also loving you as a whole. There are very rare people like that these days. Mahirap kasing makatagpo ng isang taong tanggap ka ng buong buo. Mahirap pero hindi imposible. Last but not the least, my friend, unhealthy relationship is usually choose to see the problem. Ito kasi nangyayari karamihan kapag nagtatalo kayo ng partner nyo. Palagi nyong inaatake yung problema at minsan yung problema ginagawa nyo din yung partner nyo as part of the problem. You have to identify the problem, but you have to never see your partner as the problem. When you see that they are the problem, you tend to solve that by removing them to your life. And sometimes, that should be the case kasi may mga taong talagang problema sa buhay natin. And sometimes, we have to walk away from those people. But in a relationship, for it to work, it's not supposed to be always being so aggressive on letting go of the person. In order for you to work the relationship, first off, you have to be ready and complete, or still in the process of being complete before being in one. Porket may problema, hindi ibig sabihin nun, problema na lang habang buhay yun. How you attack the problem, how you remove the issue, how you overcome the struggle is you have to join together with your partner in solving the problem. And somehow, there will always be a solution if there is an open communication and understanding to each other. And solution and communication can easily be attainable. Your partner and you has the purpose of resolving it, looking at the solution instead of dwelling in the problem. As little as it may be, as big as it may be, the formula stays the same. The intent of solving the problem with your partner, no matter what, and choosing to be together, that is the ultimate recipe for having a healthy relationship. I hope you guys were able to get something out of this video. I really hope that you guys will still support me again on my next video. And as I am here, just bringing value to you, sa lahat ng nanonood at nakikinig, nagpapasalamat ako because your support has always been there. I appreciate you and I hope you keep on supporting me on my future video.